Apple took the edge off the word computer. We want to reinvent the phone. What's the killer app? The killer app is making calls. It's amazing how hard it is to make calls on most phones. We want to let you use contacts like never before, sync your iPhone with your PC or Mac. Pointing is a metaphor we all know. We've done a lot of studies and tests on that, and it's much faster to do all kinds of functions, such as cutting and pasting, with a mouse, so it's not only easier to use but more efficient. You'll see more and more perfection of that, computer as servant. But the next thing is going to be computer as a guide or agent. This is what customers pay us for, to sweat all these details so it's easy and pleasant for them to use our computers. We're supposed to be really good at this. That doesn't mean we don't listen to customers, but it's hard for them to tell you what they want when they've never seen anything remotely like it. First was the mouse. The second was the click wheel. And now, we're going to bring multi-touch to the market. And each of these revolutionary interfaces has made possible a revolutionary product, the Mac, the iPod and now the iPhone. The most compelling reason for most people to buy a computer for their home will be to link it to a nationwide communications network. We're just in the beginning stages of what will be a truly remarkable breakthrough for most people, as remarkable as the telephone. So when these people sell out, even though they get fabulously rich, they're gypping themselves out of one of the potentially most rewarding experiences of their unfolding lives. Without it, they may never know their values or how to keep their newfound wealth in perspective. What we want to do is make a leapfrog product that is way smarter than any mobile device has ever been, and super easy to use. This is what iPhone is. Okay? So, we're going to reinvent the phone. The 7-inch tablets are tweeners, too big to compete with a smartphone, and too small to compete with an iPad. I get asked a lot why Apple's customers are so loyal. It's not because they belong to the Church of Mac. That's ridiculous. I don't think I've ever worked so hard on something, but working on Macintosh was the neatest experience of my life. Almost everyone who worked on it will say that. None of us wanted to release it at the end. It was as though we knew that once it was out of our hands, it wouldn't be ours anymore. We've demonstrated a strong track record of being very disciplined with the use of our cash. We don't let it burn a hole in our pocket, we don't allow it to motivate us to do stupid acquisitions. And so I think that we'd like to continue to keep our powder dry, because we do feel that there are one or more strategic opportunities in the future. We think Android is very, very fragmented, and becoming more fragmented by the day. And as you know, Apple strives for the integrated model so that the user isn't forced to be the system's integrator. These technologies can make life easier, can let us touch people we might not otherwise. You may have a child with a birth defect and be able to get in touch with other parents and support groups, get medical information, the latest experimental drugs. These things can profoundly influence life. I'm not downplaying that. Throughout my years in business, I discovered something. I would always ask why you do things. The answers that I would invariably get are, oh, that's just the way things are done around here. Nobody knows why they do what they do. Nobody thinks very deeply about things in business. Each year has been so robust with problems and successes and learning experiences and human experience that a year is a lifetime at Apple. So this has been 10 lifetimes. This revolution, the information revolution, is a revolution of free energy as well, but of another kind, free intellectual energy. It's very crude today. Yet our Macintosh computer takes less power than a 100-watt bulb to run it, and it can save you hours a day. What will it be able to do 10 or 20 years from now, or 50 years from now? The design of the Mac wasn't what it looked like, although that was part of it. Primarily, it was how it worked. To design something really well, you have to get it. You have to really grok what it's all about. It takes a passionate commitment to really thoroughly understand something, chew it up, not just quickly swallow it.